All right, hey, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
All right, the brothers here, Great Millstone, Atlanta. I'm with the brother Gamaliel Allah.
Shalom.
We quick little live stream in the spirit while we out and about. Before we get started, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Rakakodash.
Rakakodash.
All right, also double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach well. Peace, salutations, much love to the elect of Israel that scattered around the four corners of the earth, giving all diligence to make their calling of election sure. Okay, as you brothers can see, the title of the video pretty much speaks for itself. Wander not into the path of darkness, man. And when you look up that word wander in the spirit, it means to walk about aimlessly or carelessly, man. That leads to the point of us being vigilant and being sober. Having our head square on our shoulders and having that foresight in the time of trouble, man. So we won't wander back into that way of darkness, because it's easy to get caught, by all this darkness. Because remember, the scripture say what? Gross darkness has covered the earth. So you don't want to be moving in that nonchalant spirit out here in America as if, we in Candyland when we really in the valley of the shadow of death.
That's right.
You want to say something, bro?
Yeah. That this place is overwhelmingly wicked. And the scriptures tell you be circumspect. And at the end of the day, us having the light, we have to be that example. We have to be that example unto the world. To show the world what righteousness is.
That's right.
Yeah, you got it, brother. You can.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm gonna get this quick word real quick for wander. From the etymology of the word wander, it means to move about aimlessly. Wander, from West Germanic wanderjan, to roam about, to wander, to walk, to turn, wind, weave. Hey, does not the scripture say win or not with every wind? So you want to be real circumspect with your steps on the things that you allowing yourself to get involved with in your walk. Because the scripture say, which I got that precept real quick, as a matter of fact, I'll get it. This is Proverbs 21:16. It says, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
The man that wandereth, it says the man that wandereth what?
Out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Yeah, that's right. And that word, just like we read, that word wander basically means to just go about, Hey, if you wander out of the way of understanding, basically you're just being led astray. You're going left, man. When through the spirit you should be going right. You should be going to the righteous side of things,
That's right.
That's a dangerous game to play.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because you can get too deep into that darkness, man. You can't come out of that, man. That's why the scriptures say ponder the path at our feet. Which I get that in Proverbs 4, but hey, you do too much wandering, you gonna forget, you gonna forget how to get back to the right path. That's why the scriptures specify and it says you're gonna remain in the congregation of the dead, because you're not gonna be able to find that path of light again. Because it's a narrow path. It's a small path that we walking, and if you leave off that path, the chances of you getting back on that path spiritually is slim to none, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get that precept real quick. The one I called in Proverbs 4, about pondering the path at our feet. Because that's very important that we utilize these proverbs and these Ecclesiasticus writings, the Psalms. These are very important to keeping us in the right path and in the right spirit, man. So this is Proverbs 4, I think it's 20. Yeah, Proverbs 4:25. It says, let thine eyes look right on, and let thine eyelids look straight before thee. Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established. So the scriptures say ponder the path of thy feet, meaning you need to be, checking your steps, so to speak, making sure you ain't getting too involved with worldly interactions, man, worldly ass people. Making sure you ain't putting a girlfriend or family over your how about Shema Shai. Making sure that you ain't always you ain't always chasing the dollar over chasing, you know, Yahweh Bashim shot. You know, you want to ponder the path at our feet. You want to make sure that your steps are well calculated through the Spirit, so you can stay on that straight and narrow path, and you won't be led back into that darkness, because ultimately that's what Satan trying to pull us to, man. You know, Satan is trying to pull us back into that spirit of darkness, man. You know, through all of these different avenues that's around us in America. That's how he's trying to pull us back into that darkness, man. You know, but we got to be men of understanding and ponder the path of our feet and give a diligent, foresight, you know, to make sure that we stand on that straight and narrow, man. That straight and skinny, like they say. You know, you want to say something, bro?
Yeah, that straight and narrow. Hey, that's the path of safety, you know, and it's like that spirit, that light, that side of that, then you're basically you don't have no protection. You don't have any type of safety, you know. And through the Spirit, you know, that's why you know, we're through the Spirit. That's why we're on the path we're on. It's because there's safety in it. You know, we find safety, you know, but like the brother is saying, you know, when you dibble and dabble and all types of different things, or if you don't have your priorities, just like that precept in Proverbs, basically what that's saying is get your priorities in order. You know, ponder your footsteps. You know, like you need to figure out, you know, before you make your moves, you need to, it needs to calculate it, like the brother said. You know,
that's right. Prioritize, man. You know, this is John chapter 3 and verse 19. It says, "And this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil." You know, so that's why, you know, our deeds in Yahweh Bashim Shai must be pure deeds, man. You know, they must be they must come from a sincere position, you know, when we doing certain things in the Spirit, man. You know, because you got certain guys that come into the fold and they call themselves Israelites, and they don't move with a pure energy, man. Because they like the way of darkness, so they come in, they brag about all kind of worldly stuff that they did, how many women they slept with, how many women they got, how much money they made in the world, and how much drugs they sold, and I used to be in this gang and that gang, and I used to do this and fight these, you know, because
that pride.
Yeah.
Hey, we've been you know, through the Spirit, you know, brothers been talking about pride a lot lately, you know, and that's the Spirit. The Spirit is really starting to attack that demon.
Yeah.
That demon of pride, because and pride is it gives you that's the way of darkness. Basically, that's the doorway to that darkness.
Oh yeah.
You know. Got it.
That's right. Continuing on, verse 20, it says, "For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved." You know, and that's why a lot of people can't come into the understanding of Yahweh Bashim Shah, because inwardly they hate light. You know, they hate to be exposed. They hate for their deeds, you know, to be brought out in the forefront so they can correct them. So they would rather walk in darkness to fulfill the lust of the flesh, and that's a dangerous game that a lot of people play with, man. Okay. Because when you in darkness, you never know what's lurking in them shadows, man. You know, just waiting for you to catch you up. And that's why a lot of people, they run into death. You know, whether it's a car accident, whether it's a shooting, or whether it's through a disease, a sexually transmitted disease, or a bodily disease, whether it's diabetes or you know, certain things of that nature. You know, it's because the ways of their doings, you know, is dark. You know, but if they were to come into the light, and they probably can reverse that disease. You know, they can escape that tragic accident through the Spirit. You know, they can escape that that gunshot. you know, they moving in the spirit of light. But that's why they path always leads to what? To death, man. You know, so that's why us brothers have to understand not to wander back into that way of darkness, man. You know, reminiscing on the old things, the old days. You know, the old ways, how you used to carry yourself in the world, man. I used to have a lot of hoes, man. And like, nah, man, that ain't what the spirit want us at right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna get another quick precept.
Yeah.
Let me know if you want to, you know, want me to grab a precept for you too.
Yeah. After you bring that out, you can Ephesians 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is Luke 1:78. It says, "Through the tender mercy of our power, whereby the day spring from on high have visited us, to give light to them that sit in darkness and in the shadows of death, to guide our feet into the way of peace." See? So that's ultimately why Yahweh Bashim Shai established that new covenant with the elect, okay, to establish us in the way of righteousness, in the way of light, so that we can escape the shadow of death, man. Okay? So this is a very, very important thing that we must constantly be aware of as we, you know, maneuver in this truth, man. You know, staying in the way of light, staying in the way of righteousness, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
A war.
That's right, a war.
Mm-hmm.
You know, continuing on, it says, "And the child grew." Well, that's pretty much the point. You know, and you wanted me to get Ephesians 2?
Yeah, 2:11, I think, alienated from the Commonwealth.
Mm-hmm. So Ephesians chapter 2. I'm gonna start at verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna get off on exit 58.
Okay.
All right, this is Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 11. It says, "Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands,
Mm-hmm.
that at that time ye were without Hamashiach."
Yeah, so, you know, we used to be in darkness. We used to be without Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, you know? And like the brother's saying, like the brother made the statement, you know, why would you want to go back from that? You know, you shouldn't desire in any way to go back to turn backwards, you
Right.
know? Like you got that saying, 1 step forward and 2 steps back.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Hey, we woke up to this thing. We were alienated at one point, and the Spirit had mercy on us to where now we know the truth. You know, so it's like don't go back into the darkness. Don't turn back away.
Yeah, keep straight ahead.
Okay.
That's right. Continuing on, it says, "Being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of promise,
Mm-hmm.
having no hope and without the Most High in the world."
Yeah, having no hope, being aliens, basically being strangers from this knowledge and the wisdom and understanding, and it says having no hope. So we have and Lord willing, we continue in this hope and the faith, but to go from having hope of something and then to go back to having no hope,
right?
That's that darkness.
That's that darkness, bro.
That's the fear that we gotta keep on us also.
That's right, brother. That's right. I'm gonna get this last precept and we'll close it out.
This one?
Yeah, go to the left. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 4. It says, "But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness," man. And you notice that a lot of our people, especially these Israelite men, they love that spirit of darkness, man. They love that spirit of darkness, man. They love to do dark deeds to each other, man. They love to carry that dark energy, that dark countenance, wear dark clothes. I remember Elder Monatizak even told brothers, man, you know, be careful always wearing all that black.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, it's a spirit that comes. It's a spirit that comes with that, man. You know, just all blacked out. You know, you got to be on point when it comes down to, you know, the spirit that you carry, man. You know, so because we children of the light, man. You know, so we got to embody that energy through how we move and how we walk. And then, hey, what's gonna happen? That spirit of light is gonna translate to your countenance, man. That's why Scripture say what the light is in the eye. So your countenance is gonna change if you really embody the fullness of light, which is who? Which is Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
You know. As
you said that, as far as like wearing black, I'll give you an example. Like if you ever see those gothic people, all they wear is black. And you could tell by their countenance they have a real dark, evil spirit, on them. You know what I'm saying? And on, you know, so that goes to show you. I mean, that's like a how do I say, a physical example of darkness. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we have to be the complete opposite.
They wear the black lipsticks, the black fingernail polish, the black, you know, hair. You know, nothing about them is of light. You know what I'm saying? So that means that what? We the total opposite of that. So we got to embody a whole nother energy when it comes down to moving with this truth. You know? So I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna finish it up. It says, verse 6, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep in the night, and they that are drunken in the light, in the night. You know? And that's what's happening. Hey, we going into real dark times, man. You know, we going into real, you know, vicious, you know, violent and real gloomy times, man. You know, and those that sleep, those that don't, just precept up real quick, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. It says, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night, but let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet the hope of salvation. You know, so ultimately, man, you know, the message that we wanted to get across, you know, like I said, was a little kind of like a impromptu